One of the toughest things to do in Age of Empires is the rush to Imperial Age. Not only you'll need to ensure that you grow the fastest, you also need to ensure that your enemy does not. In this video, I'm going to try out restricting the initial growth of my enemy, and we are starting right now. Hello and welcome back to Alienizer to another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition video. Today we are going to try out kind of a rush to Imperial Age with Khmer Empire. Why Khmer? Because they don't need citizens to come to town centers to drop off foods. That will help us to quickly create those initial set of units so that they can be sent to distract and slow down the opponent. At Alienizer, I play different kinds of strategy games, including Age of Empires, so if you are one of the strategy games fan, please consider subscribing to this channel for gameplay, entertainment, and tips and tricks. Let's get started. Alright, my first target is to create a barrack so that I can create the first army units. And I also need to create a house because I will run out of the total number of units allowed. That's 5. So as soon as I'm done with the barrack, I will create the house and take things forward from there. Meanwhile, let's quickly explore surroundings because we need to consume as many food and wood as possible, and we also need to save. At least here I have a few units directed towards my enemy. Let's see what's out there. Okay, let's start creating different units. Great. I'll need at least 3 units before I can mount a considerable assault on my enemy. So the target is not to defeat the enemy in this age. It's not gonna happen. The target is to ensure that destroy and prevent them from gathering food or any kind of basic resources as long as possible, so that when they actually get a good stockpile, it will be too late. Alright, so first step is to find the enemy, especially in the medium-sized map. It's a bit difficult, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm expecting it to be in the other corner, but let's see. Okay, while I'm doing this, I will also continue creating more and more units because my target is to extend this assault as long as possible. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. We're not there. Let's roam around a bit. I also need to start creating more and more citizens so that I can gather at least 500 food and reach the second stage of the game. You might have noticed that I haven't created many farms just to save on initial woods so that I can create more and more units. And I also need wood to create different kind of buildings. So save the initial wood and food only for this attack. While enemy is distracted, put entire focus on creating the economy. This is not going to last for long. I am not expecting this assault to last for like the entire duration of the game, but it will actually prevent the enemy to gather food or wood, whatever I can make happen. Okay, I found the enemy. So there is a lumber pit somewhere, and yeah, the target is to attack the citizens. I'm not expecting too much of resistance apart from the town center, of course. I need to take them away. It's not, the idea is not to kill them, idea is to prevent them from gathering. That's all I need to do. So I might as well stand guard there. Okay, meanwhile, I need reinforcements.
But Nyak Chichre Nyak Sangsong.
So right now my enemy is kind of 200 points ahead than me, and I'm not expecting that to change because AI plays a better rush game than humans, always, more or less. But what I'm trying to do is I will starve them of food as long as I can, and then I'll quickly try getting into the second age and create different archers and cavalry so that I can continue harassing them like this.
But
Okay, food is just one source.
no Bobrania.
Wood is the other one. Let's see if someone is doing anything here. Not really. See, the idea is if you place units around the bush, bush is one of the easiest food source because at the initial stage, creating too many farms is costly. It will also cost a lot of wood, as well as whenever the farms replenish, there is a need for doing that. You need at least 80 woods, 60 woods in this case. So all AI, or for that matter any advanced players, they try utilizing bush as much as possible, and then once you have a good stockpile of wood, go and create the farms. So that's what I'm trying to do, keeping them away from gathering from these bushes. I'm not doing great on the food, and that's delaying the rush. So I'll have to gather more food, but at the same time continuing this attack is also important. They're desperately trying to gather from here. This is the problem.
No Bobrania. Batin. Shomjol. But
Okay.
Batin.
I have the good news is they have not created any army units. If they had, would have started attacking me. So there is no army units as of now, at least in that location. So I will continue preventing them from gathering anything from the bush. I may also try out some. Yeah, I know that there's another citizen right there. If it was Imperial age, that citizen would have died. Because of the lack of advanced functions available to these units, they are still surviving.
No Bobrania. Batin.
Okay. We have reinforcements. Just stay there, and I think I also should try out destroying this entire form.
ខ្ញុំនឹងទៅបាទីនវេលត្រីមកវេលមកវូវេលត្រីមកវូគោមុខត្រីមកវេលត្រីមកវូខ្ញុំនឹងទៅ
They will continue to come. They'll continue to come. There, I'm pretty sure.
ញាក់សាំងសងបាទ
Bush is generally
ញាក់សាំងសង
it's available only one or two places. It's just for the initial boost. That's it.
នៅបបរញ្ញា
It has no other meaning.
ទៀបញ្ជាគោមុខវេលមកវេលត្រីមកវេលត្រីមកវូត្រីមកត្រីមកវេលត្រីមកវេលត្រីមកវូគោវេលត្រីមកវូត្រីមកវូបាទីខ្ញុំនឹងទៅបាទខ្ញុំយល់ Trim Rouge Roll. Nyak Sang.
All right. She's still way ahead compared to where I am, but it would have been worse. It would have been definitely worse if I hadn't prevented him from gathering food here.
Jesus Day. Nyak Kap off. Dear Panje, Bakion Jol. Veluk. Chom Nung Dove. Gomuk. Veluk. Dear Panje, Nyak Chichre.
So I have to start gathering gold as soon as possible, and more gold is needed for subsequent 8 jumps.
Ba, Trima Vut, Veluk. Trima Vut. Veluk. Ba, Trima Vut. Chom Jol. Chom Nung Dove.
This is the problem I was talking about. Because of lack of wood, I cannot even gather anything right now.
No Bob Rania, Veluk. Trima Vut. Chom Jol. Batin. Ba Sang Song.
No problem. Cool. So I am in the second age, the feudal age, and that means I can start creating the archers and the horsemen, which is pretty important here, because without it I will not be able to mount a strong defense. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, destroying that granary may not yield much. We'll see. Cool. I need to prevent them from getting any food from that location. Let's see. I need to create the archery and cavalry faster than my enemy. My enemy is still in the first stage. Okay. I think it's time to create the army units. Before I do that, however, I need more houses because I'm hitting the limit right now. And let's continue creating recruits in my enemy's life. However, he reached finally to the second age, so that means I don't have much leverage. As soon as the second age or feudal age, someone reaches that age, they start creating the cavalry as well as the archers, which creates a very big problem for man at arms or any initial infantry unit. So I'm not expecting this attack to continue for long, but what I'm trying to do is to limit their access to minerals as well as different wood and food resources, so that my opponent doesn't get much out of this game. They can't create bulk units and start attacking me. It will take time. Meanwhile, I'll build my own army. I can go faster than this in this economy, but I think this is a good pace. The good thing about Khmer Empire is in the feudal age and beyond, you have a lot of elephants, which are very strong both attacking and defensive units. I'm surprised that they don't have any armed units yet. I'm absolutely surprised. I'll need a lot of food and wood and gold to reach the next stage, the castle edge. But I don't think it will take much time. Yeah, that's right. Just prevent them from accessing any minerals as well, because they will need that to reach the castle edge. Okay, now they have created their first archery center. Let's go and destroy that if we can. It's going fine. However, the problem is I have to keep a balance between creating new armed units, basically sending reinforcements, and between jumping on the different ages. Because without reinforcement, this attack will not survive for long. And I don't think that we need it for a longer time. It has served its purpose, for sure. Okay, last few units left. I don't think I can spend too much on creating new units, so I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm going to do is quickly create the archery and sorry, stable as well as archery in a few moments, and then try creating a defensive force now, because now that both of us are in 2 and I just graduated to number 3, the third age, I can create a lot of different kinds of units, and it's not advisable to go and attack with a limited number of units, because now all the cavalries and archers will start attacking. It is not sustainable as well. So the idea is let this continue till they can, but now I have to come back and focus on creating my line of defense as well as different kind of units and the number of units that is possible. Right? All right. We have one more unit. Just send it there. One mistake I made was not creating a temple and gathering relics, but I think we have good enough gold mines here for the time being, and we can wait for that. There's a serious lack of wood, so I'll have to be careful, and I need more and more folks gathering wood, so that's what I need to focus on right now. Getting to the third age is easy, but I think from here I'll need one specific resource, which is stone to progress. And I think for Khmers, we have the elephants in castle. There are like archer elephants, which we can definitely use once we have a castle. We'll need 2 castle buildings. One will be a tower, and the other one will create, of course, it will be a castle. Okay, next few minutes I'll focus on getting to the Imperial Edge and creating at least a minimum defense force, as well as continue poking my enemy as much as possible, just to ensure that I'm completely aware of what kind of units they're producing and what are the different buildings they have, which I need to destroy when I'm ready. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get to it. Okay, fast forwarded. I now have somewhat good raw materials as well as a decent amount of food and wood. So I think I'm ready to get to the Imperial Edge. And look at this, I have crossed my enemy in terms of points. So I've created a castle here. I have ensured that there's an unlimited supply of gold, basically capturing all the gold mines around my town center, and I've created a siege factory. So we have a good amount of siege and different kind of units available. All I need to do is to reach the Imperial Edge and start creating the final army for attacking. Right now my army is pretty small, it's just for defensive mode, but I think that will work. Let's again tease my enemy. I like the way this game progresses because you get a lot of chances to mount attack on your enemy during the game. I have full faith that at least the elephants will do their job. Let's see. Oh, they have created another town center here. They have good amount of units. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. They have siege units. Pretty strong. Siege units are worse against elephants. If you want to destroy elephants, siege is must, but not one or two will not do, because they will just destroy them as soon as they're there. Alright, let's see if I can destroy a few buildings here, because they're creating buildings near to my town center just so that they can quickly train units and send it there. That's one thing I might want to do, is to destroy these archery buildings. And I'm not going to attack the town center right now without a siege weapon, and I don't expect my attacking unit to survive for long, because they have good amount of siege weapons available, so it's not gonna work. But it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, distracts the enemy at least. Alright, there's no point escaping. Just throw whatever you have and prepare for the next. Okay. Alright, let's create more and more buildings, because I have hit the ceiling there, and with that we have also reached the fourth and the final age in Age of Empires, the Imperial Age. I know there is a post-Imperial Age, but it's not available in single player mode. So here we are, we have reached the Imperial Age, and now all that's going to happen is to create a very strong army, as well as try to defend my castles. So I have right now one castle, and let's create a few more army buildings so that I can quickly create my army. I need a barrack. I already have an extra archery range. Barrack will be good. I don't need to create it near to the town center, because I'm not planning to continuously send small units, and yeah, that's not my plan. Let's quickly create the army, take it to around near to 200, and then we'll attack. Man, what you're doing is futile. You cannot destroy castle with that. But the fact that it is attacking my castle, I don't like it, so let's finish it. Okay, now we have Okay, we have siege weapons coming, and that's not a good sign. As I say, siege weapons are the biggest enemy of elephants because they move so slow. So what we need to do is to send some cavalry units and get rid of it. We have good amount of wood and gold, but I think the food is pretty low. So we'll wait. We'll wait till we have good amount of folks. We have 190, so we have reached the ceiling, and all we need to do is to create more and more units and prepare for our final battle. I don't want to upgrade all the units because I know for a fact that my opponent did not get chance to upgrade all the units. He just reached the Age of Empires, the final age, the Imperial age. I will keep my trebuchets separate. Trebuchets are not required when you are defending, but I will pull them ahead during the final attack. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so I'm sandwiching them basically between the two castles I have and buying time. The problem I have right now is lack of food. That's why it is slow. So let's create a few villagers and gather a few more food. But I also need to close the total number of houses available and allowed. So I'll also create a few houses before I do that. Okay, I think this is a good time to start on the attack, but before that let me quickly demolish this small contingent. Awesome. Yeah, you are gone. So are you. Alright. Let's see. With that, our house building activity comes to an end. And let's create the final set of units, or I'll just keep it for backup. required, just in case I encounter any surprises there. I'm not expecting though. Okay, let's move. Let's see what's in store. Let's move. What I'm going to do is to attack their initial buildings, but my focus would still be finding out. Just as I was mentioning, I found the first castle. Great. As I said, I'm not going to attack a castle or even go near to that without the trebuchet. I'm going to attack castles with trebuchet. The 4 trebuchets are going to demolish it within a minute. A minute is also too long. It won't take that much of time. But anything else? And also I need to protect the trebuchet. Okay, they're attacking my trebuchet as expected, but that's fine. That's fine. Once the castle is gone, I think the next target is that town center. The town center I can even use the elephants, but for castle I don't want to. There's a lot of problems. Okay, let's bring them to this town center and finish it. I'm pretty sure the second castle is somewhere near, so I need to be. Oh, okay. Be careful. I don't want to go there, go near that. But once these 2 castles are gone, I will unleash my entire army. Let's first finish this 2. Great. So both the castles are gone, and now I can safely attack any building I want. And that's what's gonna happen. Let's first finish the siege as well as the archery there, and yeah, right. So their main military buildings. Let's finish them. And I also need to attack their main town center for sure. If all the military buildings are done, I think the conquest rule will kick in. So I don't know how much time I have, but I want to destroy this town center. Great. This is done. There is only 1 town center left, or 2 town centers left. There are 2 buildings, but I don't think they are going to mount anything, any defense.
Bad. Batin.
All right. It's good. We have done it, and I think it was the Conquest rule which kicked in as their main, all their most of their town centers except one, and most of the buildings were gone. Both of their castles were destroyed, so we won by conquest. Alright, so as you can see, there are very few buildings left in the map. At least very few army building left. Alright, let's just look at the statistics. So we were better in almost everything, or not almost, in everything except the society. And I think they've captured few relics. So thanks guys for watching. We'll be back with more Age of Empires video pretty soon. Till then, goodbye.